Welcome, Libra. At Astrologically, we believe planets do not predict your future. They reveal your true potential. And today, the universe echoes the voice of God directly to your spirit. The delay is over. Libra, your season of pause, indecision, and silent battles has come to an end. All the times you were torn between choosing peace for others or progress for yourself, those moments have served their purpose. Now the scales are tipping in your favor, not because you forced them to, but because divine justice is at work. Your patience, your grace, your quiet strength, they were not overlooked. They were seeds. And what felt like delay was actually divine gestation. While you waited, God was aligning circumstances, healing your past, sharpening your discernment, and refining your purpose. And now the time has arrived. This is your green light season. The divine hand has lifted the weight from your path, and everything that once moved slowly is now accelerating. You've carried burdens too long. You've played diplomat in battles that weren't even your own. But now the universe steps in, not to ask you to fix others, but to elevate you. You're not here to keep the peace by sacrificing yourself anymore. You're here to walk in power and purpose, fully, freely, and without apology. You've been loyal to the wrong situations, held on to what outlived its time, and bent backward just to keep the harmony. But Libra, God never intended for you to be a prisoner of balance. You were created to create harmony, not at your own expense, but from a place of wholeness. This delay was never a denial. It was divine development. You needed time to learn that your voice matters, your desires matter, your dreams are not optional, they are essential. The moment you stopped dimming your own light for the comfort of others, heaven started clearing the clouds from your skies. And now, the sun is rising for you. Not just symbolically, but spiritually, mentally, financially, emotionally. Everything is shifting. The chains that kept you cycling in uncertainty are breaking. The indecision that paralyzed your progress is gone. This isn't about choosing between one good option and another. This is about finally realizing you don't have to choose. You were meant to have it all, to be balanced and bold, peaceful and powerful, beautiful and fierce. That's the Libra way. And now that version of you is being unleashed without delay. You're no longer required to shrink, to delay your destiny for fear of making waves. You are the wave now. The tide is turning in your favor. The opportunities that ghosted you are returning, but this time with better alignment. The love that once confused you is being replaced with relationships that bring clarity, depth, and mutual growth. The career that felt stagnant is giving way to divine redirection. Doors you thought were closed forever are cracking open, and through them flows divine favor, fresh energy, financial flow, and long-awaited breakthroughs. You've been prepared in silence for too long. And now, God is rewarding your quiet obedience with loud manifestations. The balance is returning, but it's not just surface-level peace, it's internal, deep spiritual restoration. Your soul is tired of waiting, and heaven just said, go. Libra, you're a lover of light, beauty, and justice. But in your waiting season, you learned that true beauty comes from boundaries. True love comes from truth, and true justice sometimes requires a sword, not just a smile. You've matured in ways that others can't see, but God sees. And because you didn't let bitterness take root, because you stayed soft in a hard world, you are being elevated in this hour. You'll no longer be misunderstood. You'll no longer feel like you're living in a limbo of almosts. This is not another delay disguised as development. This is the real shift. The one you prayed for, cried for, waited for. God says, now. Not next month. Not someday. Now. The blessings you were aligned for but not ready for are now descending, because now you are ready, and you don't even have to chase them. They're coming to you. You've done the work. You've sat with your pain. You've let go of false peace and embraced real power. You've stopped seeking validation from those who only wanted your compliance. And because of that, God is handing you keys. Keys to new rooms, new circles, new realities. You will not have to beg for entry. You will be invited. And when you walk in, your energy will speak before you do. You've become magnetic, not because you changed who you are, but because you finally stopped hiding your divine design. You are stepping into your era of authenticity, an era where your maybe becomes a yes, an era where your hesitations become confidence, an era where your delays transform into divine acceleration, and as you rise, everything that couldn't come with you will fall away naturally. Don't mourn what falls. Bless it and release it. It served its time, and now your new life is calling. Financially, the blocks are lifting. The cycles of just getting by are ending. You are being invited into overflow, not by hustle alone, but by alignment with purpose. Resources will find you now. Clients will appear. Payments you forgot about will be released. Debt will be canceled. Streams of income will open, and none of it will be random. It will be the divine payback for every sleepless night, every delayed opportunity, every time you showed up when you had nothing left. Spiritually, you're being promoted. You'll hear God more clearly. You'll feel truth in your gut. You'll make decisions without doubt. You'll walk into rooms and shift the frequency without saying a word. Emotionally, you're stepping into self-trust. You won't need approval to validate your intuition. You've learned to listen to your spirit, and now your spirit is unstoppable. Libra, your beauty is no longer just skin deep. It radiates from the peace you now carry inside. That peace is what draws blessings to you. That balance is what holds the abundance when it arrives. That power is what ensures that your rise isn't temporary. You're not coming up only to fall again. You're coming up because this time, you have the tools to stay there. You've built the emotional structure. You've established the spiritual roots. And now the harvest is unstoppable. This isn't seasonal success. This is soul-level elevation. This is favor that cannot be explained, only experienced. And it's here, it's yours. And nothing can delay it again. So Libra, breathe. Relax your shoulders. Straighten your crown. Say yes. Walk forward. Move boldly. Launch that idea. Have that conversation. Sign that deal. Say no to what no longer aligns. Say yes to what stretches you. Because this version of you, the one who walks by faith and not by fear, is finally aligned with what was always meant to be. This is the Libra that knows peace isn't the absence of conflict, it's the presence of truth. This is the Libra that no longer overextends, overexplains, or overcompensates. This is the Libra that owns the room, balances the scales, and walks away when energy isn't mutual. You are now in divine flow. You've been held back long enough. The pressure is lifting. The fog is clearing. The rhythm is returning. The universe is saying, it's time. And heaven is echoing, go. You're not behind, you're right on schedule. And everything you thought you missed is circling back, but this time with favor, clarity, and divine ease. You won't have to force it. You won't have to fight for it. What's yours will meet you on your path. Just keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep showing up. Because God says, the delay is over. The balance is being restored. The blessing is being released. The best is beginning.